Greetings and welcome to Yarnspirations. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Hooked for Life, and in this video we're going to take a closer look at another fabulous pattern from Red Heart, the Crochet Lattice Lapghan. Now this is stitched in one piece in this really interesting texture stitch. You're going to need 4 balls of Red Heart Super Saver. We called for oatmeal, but I used a different color, and you can use whatever color goes with your room. You're also going to need a size US H 8 or 5mm crochet hook, or the size needed to obtain gauge. You can get all this information when you click below to download the free pattern, and while you're down there, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. There are also links in the box below so you can easily follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. If you want to show us a finished project or a work in progress, use the hashtag Yarnspirations. And also feel free to let us know whether you like this technique, love this pattern. You can let us know either via the social media platforms or by adding a comment below. So let's get started with our Lapghan. To start with, you'll chain 117. I of course made a smaller swatch so I can fit it all on the camera screen. You'll single crochet in the second chain from hook and single crochet in each chain to end of chain and turn. So you're going to end up with a row of single crochets just like I have here. Turn the work. On the second row we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip each of next 2 single crochet. Now a lot of people get confused by chain stitches at the beginning of the row. Because it tells us in the notes that the chain 4 at the beginning of the row counts as a treble, this first single crochet, even though it looks empty, it has that chain 4 on top of it, so that definitely counts as full. And once again, as is often the case here on Yarnspirations, we gave you a stitch diagram as well as the text instructions, so you can see right here that we're going to skip the next 2 single crochets. So this first guy, even though it might look empty to you if you're new, has that chain 4 on top of it, so we're going to skip the next 2, and we're going to double treble in the next single crochet. Now a double treble might be new to you as well, but all we're going to do is yarn over hook 3 times, 1, 2, 3, draw up a loop in the stitch. So we've skipped 1, 2, this is the stitch that we're going into, so we've drawn up a loop, yarn over hook and draw through 2 loops on hooks 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is our double treble. Now it says, working behind the double treble, treble in each of 2 skipped single crochet. So you'll remember a treble is 2 wraps, 1, 2, and we're working in these 2 stitches that we skipped, first this one and then this one, but we want to be behind the stitch we've already made. So I'm going to push that stitch forward so it's out of my way. I'm going to draw up a loop in that, let me just double check. Yep, okay. We're going to draw up a loop in that first skipped stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 3 times, that's 1, 2, 3, and again, yarn over hook twice. Draw up a loop in the next skipped stitch. You see it? Yarn over hook and draw through 2 3 times. Oops, I had a little split there. Let's see if I can fix that. Yep. 3. So you can see that our double treble is hanging out in the front of the work and the trebles are behind. Now it says skip next single crochet. That's this one. Treble in each of next 2 single crochet. So there's 1, here's the second one, Now it says working in front of the 2 treble, double treble in skipped single crochet. So let's set up for the double treble, 1, 2, 3, and I want to work in front of these trebles, not behind like last time. So I'm going to push these 2 trebles back. I'm going to push them behind so I can work in front. Insert my hook under both legs of that skipped single crochet. I've drawn up a loop, and now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to repeat from asterisk across to the last single crochet. So now when we did the first little 3-stitch repeat, it went in this direction, and when we did our second one, it went in this direction. So we're repeating from asterisk, so it's going to look like this one, then 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 this one, etc. And again, I know a lot of you are new to stitch diagrams, but if you get nervous that you're not putting it in the right direction, it's super easy to see here. See how this guy's on top and going in that direction, and this guy's on top and going in that direction? So this is not the entire width of your blanket, of course. That's not 117 chains, but it gives you a good enough idea of where these stitches are going to go and what direction they're going to face in. So let's do that repeat one more time. So we're back to the asterisk, right? Skip each of next 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Double treble in next single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Here's my skipped ones. I'm going to go right in here. Yarn over and draw through 2 4 times. Working behind double treble, treble in each of 2 skipped single crochet. Here's my 2 yarn overs. I'm working behind, so I'm going to push that stitch to the front. I'm going to put 1 in the first skipped single crochet, and then I'm going to put a treble in the next skipped single crochet. Skip next single crochet, treble in each of next 2 single crochet. So once again, here's my skipped guy. So I'm going to put 1 here. Oops, pardon me, I got my hook in the wrong place. Let's try that again. There's 1. There's 2. Working in front of the 2 trebles, double treble in skipped single crochet. 1, 2, 3. So I'm working in front of the trebles, so I'm going to push them to the back. And there is my skipped stitch right there. That's where I'm going to put that double treble. All right, so I'm going to repeat this to the end of the row, and on the very last single crochet, I'm going to work 1 treble. So my second row is completed. I have followed those instructions between the asterisks all the way to the end, and I have a treble at the beginning and at the end. And you can see that my double trebles are going to the right, to the left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, exactly like they do in the diagram. Right, left, right, left, right, left, etc. with the chain at the beginning and the treble at the end. So now let's take a look at the third row. We've turned the work at the end of the second row. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to single crochet in each stitch across. And that's all there is to the third row. Turn the work, chain 1, single crochet in each stitch across, starting with that treble that was on the end. And these are pretty easy to see, even though they're twisted stitches. They look nice and even on the top as you know, insofar as which one you want to stitch in next. They're not all twisty at the top and you don't have to guess. Just single crochet in each stitch across as the stitches present themselves. And the very last single crochet of the third row is going in the top of that chain 4, because we read in the notes that that chain 4 counts as a treble. Now we're going to turn the work. For the fourth row, we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip next single crochet. So remember, this very one on the end is being taken up by the chain, so we're skipping this guy right here. Treble in each of next 2 singles. 1, 2, working in front of those 2 trebles, double treble in skipped single crochet. So we're working in front of the stitches, so we're going to push the stitches to the back and put our double treble in that skipped stitch. Moving on, we're going to skip each of next 2 single crochets, 1, 2, double treble in next single crochet, so that's this guy over here, 1, 2, 3 wraps for a double treble. Oops. 2, 3, 4, and then it says working behind the double treble, treble in each of 2 skipped single crochets. So we're working behind, so we're going to push the existing stitch to the front. There's my 2 skipped ones. We're going to put 1 treble in the first one. And 1 treble in the second one. And then it says repeat from asterisk to the last single crochet, treble in the last single crochet. So you will notice that we're doing the same sorts of actions that we did in the second row, that the instructions are telling us whether to work in front of or behind existing stitches. They're telling us whether to work a double treble or a treble. Our double trebles are towards the front of the work, but you'll notice that instead of being headed in the same direction as they were the first time, they're now opposite. You'll also notice that the 3 stitches involved in the 1 double treble, 2 treble sequences stack up right on top of each other. They're not staggered. They're right up on top. So that's an easy way, if you're getting the pattern set up and you're just sort of learning how to do all this kind of stuff. If your stitches are all in vertical columns, you're doing it right. If they're not, you've had a counting error and you want to go and fix that before you get too far along. And once again, let's take a look at it on the diagram. So that's what I was saying about, there's the stitches involved in the series of 3 stitches, and it's the same ones going up, but on row 2, our front stitch went to the right, on row 4 it went to the left, etc. So while this might look a little confusing to you, if you're a new stitcher, it really is very super easy to intuit. You'll be able to read your stitches very easily once you get a few rows of the pattern established. When you finished the 4th row, you're going to turn the work, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet in each stitch across exactly the way we did it in the 3rd row. So it's telling us to repeat the 2nd to the 5th rows for pattern until the work from the beginning measures approximately 42 inches or 106.5 centimeters. And make sure that you're ending on a 5th row. Fasten off, And then you're going to work this super simple border, which is double crochet all the way around, making sure to put 5 double crochet in each corner for that first round, and double crochet in each double crochet, working 5 double crochet in each center double crochet of each 5 double crochet corner group. So what that means is, here's my 5 stitches that I put in the corner, and we do that so the corners lay flat. On the second round, when I want to put 5 double crochets in again to keep that corner flat, I want to find the center stitch of these 5. So you'll see these 5 double crochets in a row, and then you're going to put 5 double crochets in the central one of the 5 that were already existing. So thank you so much for joining us here for the Crochet Lattice Lapghan. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Hooked for Life. Please subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, and there's links below so you can do that easily. Are you working on this pattern and you want us to take a look at it? Please use hashtag Yarnspirations on all social media so it'll come to our attention. And let us know how you like this stitch. Did you learn the double treble? Is this texture stitch new to you? Let us know below. Thanks so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again here real soon. Bye-bye.